Congressman Wesley Hunt from Texas, he saw Don's appearance with Bill Maher, and he said, "I'm a proud husband, father of three, combat veteran, West Point graduate, Ivy League triple degree holder, and a U.S. congressman. You know how I achieved that, Don? By being a serious, rational person."
That resume among his people, MAGA people, would be DI. They would say he wasn't worthy of it.
First of all, according to D.L. Hughley's argument, every single black person should be a Democrat. And I think that's utterly ridiculous.
This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com, TatumStore.com, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all gonna love me for this one. If you go to the sales section, let's start here, 70% off. I'm mad that I'm doing this, but I love you guys anyway because y'all been good to me all through the years, so I cannot complain. But some of your favorite stuff is still on here, 70% off. All you gotta do is add it to the cart, and when you add it to the cart, it'll automatically put the discount code in. However, people have been begging me about this ever since the live stream, is the Jesus shirt. So it's now live and available on the store. So get it today. This is not a part of the 70% off, but you can put it on here. If you put a 70% off in the cart, you won't be able to use 2 discount codes. And if you want to get the Jesus shirt with 20% off, just put Lucky 20 in and you'll get 20% off of this shirt. Also, make sure you check out the T section. You guys have been going crazy. We've sold out of Kahuna. we sold out of everything, actually. So you guys have just ate up all this stuff. But as soon as we have it live again, you can go get it. Click on the product, hit notify me when made available, and we'll notify you as soon as we get it back in stock. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Y'all know what to do. Let's get into this. All right, let's go on to the next story of Wesley Hunt. Some of you guys know Representative Wesley Hunt. He's a representative in the state of Texas. I don't know what district he's in, but Wesley Hunt is from the state of Texas. I've seen him a few times. I don't know if you know who D.L. Hughley is. He's probably one of the best historical comedians that are black in America. I think he's probably top 15 comedians prolifically in America. Now, he didn't fell off the rails. He got Trump derangement syndrome that's out of control. That dude have literally said on the radio some crazy stuff about me so much that my uncle said, man, I don't like that dude. He said something crazy about you on the radio the other day. D.L. Hughley will never sit down and debate me on any of these topics because he's a complete coward, in my personal opinion. But D.L. Hughley loved to bash black people who are conservative.
Congressman Wesley Hunt from Texas, he saw Don's appearance with Bill Maher, and he said, "I'm a proud husband, father of three, combat veteran, West Point graduate, Ivy League triple degree holder, and a U.S. congressman. You know how I achieved that, Don? By being a serious, rational person."
Let's be real. How many people with those same qualifications have been fired and called DEI? Kamala Harris was called DEI for having those exact same qualifications. So let's not pretend that he rolled out his resume. That resume among his people, MAGA people, would be DI. They would say he wasn't worthy of it. So that's what you have to do when you're a MAGA black person. The very defenses that people use to demean other black people, you have to pretend like you didn't hear them. If a black man said the exact same thing and he wasn't MAGA Republican and he was in a high position in Congress, they would say he was DI hire.
But Wesley Hunt had a response to him, and I want y'all to watch it. Roll it.
Congressman Wesley Hunt from Texas, he saw Don's appearance with Bill Maher, and he said, "I'm a proud husband, father of three, combat veteran, West Point graduate, Ivy League triple degree holder, and a U.S. congressman. You know how I achieved that, Don? By being a serious, rational person."
Let's be real. How many people with those same qualifications have been fired and called DEI?
Well, first of all, according to D.L. Hughley's argument, every single black person should be a Democrat. And I think that's utterly ridiculous. You see, we have a 2-party system, and you need people of all walks of life on both sides of the party. And that's what makes this system the best you could ever imagine and the best in the entire world. And the reason why I listed my qualifications is because, quite frankly, no, actually, Kamala Harris does not have my qualifications. I'm a West Point graduate. I served my country in combat as an Apache pilot. I have 3 master's degrees from Cornell University, and I'm the congressman for a white majority district that President Trump would have won by almost 20 points, and I won by 26 points because literally people are not looking at the color of my skin, they're looking at my qualifications, and our party doesn't play that game.
So if you could say something to D.L. Hughley right now, what would you say?
I was actually a big fan of his growing up, and a big fan of his comedy.
I know,
and
me
would love
too.
to actually have a conversation with him, a substantive conversation about this, because that's how we learn, that's how we grow, based on dialogue. And this whole thing started because Don Lemon made a carte blanche statement about all black people, which is utterly ridiculous. And you're saying that black people cannot choose the politics that they want to follow or choose the political party that they want to be a part of, because you want to silo them into thinking that we all have to be the exact same and think alike. We are not monolithic. We all have different backgrounds. We all come from different places. My military background is my father is a colonel. My sister is a West Point graduate. My brother is a West Point graduate. I grew up in a very conservative home. The left has nothing to offer someone like me based on the way that I grew up. And I'm smart enough to understand that and realize that. And I'm not going to continue to support the left if it doesn't coincide with the way I believe. We now have the right to choose whatever we want, and that's what I would tell DL.
Dang. Somebody, where my mic at? I gotta have a mic, man. Drop the mic. Man, that was good. Wesley Hunt. I seen him. I didn't know he was a West Point graduate, all these degrees and all that stuff. I knew he was a smart guy, but I didn't know he was that doggone smart. But D.L. Hughley and others like to paint the picture of black people being a monolith. They want us to be monolithic. The funny thing is that we fall for the monolithic theology, yet we are not monolithic in the way we're raised and where we come from. But for some reason, we somehow feel like we have to be united on certain things, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's kind of almost like we have a bastardized view of unity in the black community, meaning that if it's stupid and most of us like it, we all need to be stupid. That's what they would say, instead of being like, no, we ain't going. That's just something that we going to diversify our opinions on. It's like, no, if we're going to be stupid, let's all be stupid. And also, I think it's just so tribal. And I wish that the world could understand, so we stop feeling sorry for black people, that black people are probably more evil to black people than white people are. When I was growing up, if you were light-skinned, it was a gift and a curse. All the men loved you if you were light-skinned. All the women hated on you because they wish they were light-skinned. And then all the women hated on you because your hair was good. You didn't have to get a perm in your hair. And all the darker-skinned women was mad at that. And then on the men's side, the blacker you are, the blacker you are, if that makes sense. Light-skinned brothers get treated like they not even black. You a half-breed. We should say you half-breed. You ain't really black. And so the brothers who are darker skinned get more credentialized. Their blackness gets more credentialized. And the lighter skinned dudes that are mixed, if you don't have two black parents, you go down on the totem pole. And that is functionally how it goes on in the black community all over the country.
I'm an eighth black.
You're black.
And most black people live around nothing but black people. So nobody can give me that. Oh, no. Most black people actually live around black people. So this is what we grew up realizing if you live in a black neighborhood. And then when you're told that white people are evil. So when you go out in the world, it's like your family. You know your family cutting up, but they can't say nothing about your family. And you go out in the world and it's us versus y'all now. And they don't like the white people or whatever the case may be. And I grew up not liking white people. And then once you mature as a man and you grow and you realize, oh, shoot, white people really ain't tripping like that. White people ain't even looking at me. They in their own world. I'm in my own world. They ain't thinking about racism. And if you ask me, I have never felt more safe, comfortable, happy, peaceful, anywhere other than living around white people. It's just something about white people don't have that much drama like black people do. Go to an all-black neighborhood and you tell me how the experience go.
I don't want you hanging out in the streets. I want you to finish school. Because without an education, the only kind of work you're gonna get is selling drugs, pimping women, or working security for Eddie Murphy. Now, I've done all I can. I got my education, I worked 2 jobs to support you. But I can't teach you how to be a man. Only your father can do that.
Sorry.
My father tried his best to give me advice. The problem was, he was only a couple of years older than me.
And I'm not saying it's all black people. I'm just saying go to a primarily black neighborhood and then go to a primarily white neighborhood. And you tell me what the difference is. And if anybody want to contest what I'm saying, where does your favorite football player live? Where does your favorite actor live? Where does your favorite activist live? Where do they live at? Okay. One of them live in a black neighborhood in Atlanta, but the rest of them live around nothing but white people. Where's Patrice Cullors, the co-founder of Black Lives Matter? Where does she buy her real estate? And where does she live? Calabasas, none but white people. All right. Yeah, don't have to believe me. But I hope that one day D.L. Hughley can get on a panel or something. He won't. He's too emotional. That dude emotional wreck. But I wish that one day he'll get on a panel and like be willing to have a real discussion about the real issues in the black community and why they need to stop hating on black conservatives.